Hey guys, welcome back to Resident Evil. It's time to play as Chris Redfield. Now, we could do real survival mode, which defaults the difficulty to hard, unlinks the item boxes, and disables auto-aim. I tried it and I died after depositing the death masks. So we're gonna do once again on hard.
Resident
and
Evil.
The benefit of this is playing on once again, you can use the infinite rocket launcher, you can use the infinite handgun, and the one dangerous zombie that was unlocked is featured. Real survival takes all of that away. However, I am gonna put away the rocket launcher pretty early, because it's too cheating. Too much cheating.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
I'll go and check it out.
all right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
Alright, I can tell you this is all post-commentary. It's gonna be 3 videos long, and then Chris's story is done. And in all 3 of those videos, I edited out every single door transition. And because of that, I knew I wanted to do that going into it, so I figured might as well just do post-commentary, because it would be way too hard to stop at every door. But we got the infinite rocket launcher to start. We unlocked that as Jill. Take care of that guy, why not? He might start running later, but... oh yeah, a cutscene.
Wesker? Jill? Where did they go?
I don't know. But yeah, this is where you would normally pick up the handgun. I'm not going to, though, because we have the infinite handgun in one of the item boxes, and as soon as I get to an item box, I'm gonna replace the infinite rocket launcher with the infinite handgun. It's still cheating in a way, even though it's a built-in mechanic, but I mean, it's alright. We are playing on hard, so there's no ammo right there by the bird cage, and there's only 1 green herb instead of 2 right down there, but all of that is kind of more beneficial on real survival. I think in the future I might try real survival, because I just made one major mistake, and I think that's why I died, and then I just gave up on it. But it's kind of fun, it's just the lack of auto-aim with the tank controls is horrible, especially on that Crimson head that you fight after doing all the death mask stuff. Like, I couldn't get a lock on that dude. And I didn't have a flash grenade to make the fight easy. Also, there's no dagger here, and I don't know if you caught that there's no shadow of the zombie across the way because Forrest is running around during this death mask section. And let me tell you, that zombie of Forrest is terrifying. There was a few times playing this, oh yeah, I take care of these guys. This could also be seen as cheating, because that one guy that I just killed usually grabs me on my way back up the stairs. But, I mean, it's built into the game, and it's not that, like, playing real survival will be the true test, and I've already failed it, but maybe sometime in the distant future, I might take a stab at it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it right after this, because quite frankly, I'm sick of sitting through all these door transitions. You can only replay this game, like, 2 or 3 times back to back before you need, like, a serious long break from it. And I guess that's why they play this game on PC with the door skip mod. Yeah, it took a while to edit out all the doors, too. And I believe I examined the key here. I remember thinking in my head, oh yeah, I'll examine the key and talk about how it has a sword emblem on it. Because I remember mentioning that in Jill's thing. But yeah, now instead of mansion key, it's called sword key, and yeah, who cares? But yeah, hopefully we could do kind of like a stream of conscious commentary thing here, and not really focus on the same gameplay that we already saw a million times. I thought about cutting out huge chunks and just going from like key point to key point, and then these videos would be super short. But I don't know, I decided against that and kind of stuck to door for the most part, except for in the really tedious sections. So the thing with Chris, though, he doesn't have a lockpick. He has the lighter as his default item there. So he's got to collect these old keys. This is the bathtub scene that I showed off a million times, showing off all the costumes, so I skip it here. But yeah, because he needs old keys, this is an old key instead of a dagger like it was with Jill. That might even be empty on hard if you're playing as Jill. We're coming back out here for the chemical, and surprisingly, there's still 2 green herbs and a red herb. The red herb is way back there on the right. I don't know if you can see it right of the canteen or the kerosene thing. But yeah, these herbs are huge. Even on real survival, they're there, obviously. And like, this is a great time to combine those and then put it in an item box. But yeah, honestly, this is the hardest part of making these videos. It's like, okay, I played the game, that's step 1. I edited out all the doors, and that's nice, because I don't have to worry about how I sound or what I look like or anything like that. Yeah, that was the last time I used the rocket launcher. And then we start burning bodies with them. Another old key up here. I think there's 4 old keys in total for Chris. But yeah, since he doesn't get the grenade launcher, he doesn't have incendiary rounds, so he has to make use of his lighter and the canteen, and this little memo tells you how to burn bodies. I don't know if you really need to pick it up in order to do it, though. But yeah, what I was about to say is, post-commentary situations like this, where I have to re-watch everything that I just played and talk, that's the hardest thing in the world. Here I was just lingering, trying to debate if I was going to get the closet key. I do eventually get it and change Chris's costume, but you got to keep in mind with his limited inventory space, like what you grab. There's a real science to it. Real survival mode is a huge challenge, especially as Chris. The only benefit of Chris is he has more defense, so he can sustain more zombie bites than Jill, which could come in handy. It's just his inventory space, those 2 slots that Jill has extra. Here's the infinite handgun. It's really not that great of a weapon. The benefit, obviously, is it's infinite ammo, which in this game is everything. Ammo conservation is how you win. I don't think he's dead. No, he is. Okay. Oh, no, he isn't. Yeah, that's right. I got scared by it. Well, not scared, but I was like, oh, crap, he's not dead. There were a few moments in this playthrough, though, while I was playing. It was, like, late at night. And that stupid Forrest, man. The one dangerous zombie, when he starts jumping out, I don't know. His coloration is terrifying, and, like, I never expect him. And he's a running zombie, which, I don't know. He can just catch you off guard, and you're not really scared. You're just like, oh, crap. It's just startling, I guess. Not really scary. Yep, fueling up the canteen for some time later. I know I use it again, I just don't know when, and now I think I debate for 9 years about the closet key. Because we gotta pick up the dog whistle, so I'm thinking in my head at the moment, do I have enough inventory space? Because it's just the dog whistle in the botany book and then running, and I figured I could just stop and change my costume somewhere along the way. Because the old key and the dog whistle are gonna be discarded anyway. There's a zombie doing stuff in here. I think he's like way on this far side by the helmet key. But yeah, it's funny. The lengths, I can't even speak. The lengths that I go to make these horrible videos that are not even interesting at all. Just like spend long playing it, then editing all the doors out. Like that in itself is a feat. And then having to rewatch the whole thing and talk over it. I don't know. I hear him. You hear him? You hear the rattling metal. He's over there. It's Forrest. Oh my god! As Barry would say. Is this the one that I leave in? Yeah, I left this in because the reasoning while I was editing, it was like, oh, it sets the mood for the dog fight, like the first big fight of the thing. I don't know. It's funny how silently I can think all these things, but then I have to act on it and voice it, and that's where everything falls apart. Yeah, this was confusing. Only one dog came out. Unless I shot and killed one of the other dogs. Faster than I'm used to? I don't know. It's still confusing even rewatching it. Let's see, now we have an inventory situation, although the dog whistle's discarded. I forget how I approach this. There's always a lot of thinking involved with Chris and his inventory and where you're about to go and what you're gonna pick up. And sometimes it can be really frustrating. Also, accidentally pressing no when it asks you convenient things like that, like would you like to discard it? You would always say yes, but sometimes if you're fidgeting... Also, this zombie, sometimes he could be right by that dog whistle door. I'm surprised that he was in that corridor, just like on normal, because sometimes he's right outside the other thing. That dude wakes up. The shotgun. I do pick up the shotgun, by the way. We're about to do that real soon here. But yeah, one thing that I've been thinking commentary-wise that I wanted to say regarding this game, and never got around to it in Jill's story, I mean. It's just, you think about the Tyrant virus and what this game is all about. I mean, really it's technically just Umbrella breeding biohazard weapons, I guess. Taking advantage of people and making them into weapons using biochemistry and stuff. But it also brings to mind, oh jeez, nice going, past self. Actually, that happened when I was playing as Jill, didn't it? But yeah, it also brings to mind, like, what if you had the opportunity to sleep every night in a test tube? That dude is running, man. I remember being kind of on edge here. Always, like, that's the thing with the door transitions, and then the screen just loads to the next screen, and sometimes Forrest is right there, and your gut instinct is to shoot him, and then he explodes and you get a game over. But I always open this door because, once again, I got that convenient discard message. Oh yeah, this is when I finally decided, wait, before Richard, let's go change the costume to clear up the inventory. So I go with the street costume, the Brad Pitt looking thing. I don't know, if you go to the wiki pages for Resident Evil, it says something about Brad Pitt. I don't know what movie it's from. I think I left this door in too, because it's like, ooh, it's the special closet door, we didn't show it off, better leave it in. Stupid past self editing this thing. Nah, it's alright though. A street type costume, and then awesome cut straight out of all that door stuff. I don't know, I did make some nice cuts though, between certain key points in this game. Yeah, I really wish you could play this game with no doors, and I know the PC mod exists, but still.
You.
Chris Redfield, Alpha Team. We're here to rescue you. Richard, what the hell happened to you? Chris, this place. Get your team out of here. Demons everywhere.
Don't talk. He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake, but the size of the bite mark is huge.
It's not just any ordinary snake. Take my word for it.
He needs serum. I left it in another room.
I'll go get it.
Please hurry.
Hold on. I'll be back.
So yeah, that's Rebecca Chambers. Normally she's in a green outfit with a little red cross on the back, but when you change your costume as Chris, either costume, she has that little cowboy outfit. That was a cut. I skipped like 3 doors ahead. But you wouldn't know it unless you knew the layout of the mansion. And I believe coming out of that door is Forrest. That's the thing, his zombie has, he comes out in the same spots usually, but it is also a little unpredictable. Yeah, I always forget about the item box. You see an item box and you immediately want to open it and go into thinking mode. And that's what I was struggling with here. Wondering why I didn't have an old key, because I wanted to get the broken shotgun. You can hear them. You hear the jingling grenades. It's so terrifying, man, when you're playing, especially late at night. Like, it's still... Ah, crud, that's terrible. That was a weird commentary instinct. Did you see that? This is post-commentary. I'm not even playing, but still I'm like, oh, crud! You just kind of get used to it after a while. Like, reacting certain ways. Yeah, this is another unfortunate thing. I would love to mix some green herbs right now, since there's a million in this room. But Chris doesn't have the inventory space, especially since I'm carrying around the serum. But I do grab one and heal myself from that bite that I just took. But unfortunately, it's not worth it to combine, because I need both of those inventory spaces. So I can only benefit from that one quick heal. Grab the mask, and then I need an old key. So we have to go into a room that I ignored as Jill. This room is terrifying too, especially on real survival. When you want to conserve your defensive things like the daggers and flash grenades. Yeah, this room is terrifying. Nice posters though. There's a lot of suggestive posters in this game. Yeah, I think I just scrolled through this. Too impatient to read it, but I wanted to see the itchy tasty thing. I don't know, I just remember my friend pointing that out and thinking it was weird back in the day. Nice. Good dodge. I forgot that I did that. But there's the old key. I don't know what it is for Jill. That's a bad grab. But yeah, it is hard to escape that room without being grabbed. It almost forces you to use a defense item. Oh yeah, that was another huge
Hope this
cut.
is what you wanted.
Thank you. I'm gonna give you a shot now, Richard. Hang in there.
Here. Take it. It's a radio. Take care of yourself, Rebecca. Richard!
He's okay. He's just unconscious.
Rebecca, it's not safe here. Let's get Richard to a safer place.
Right. Richard's doing well, Chris. He should recover soon.
Good. Richard needs you now.
As soon as Richard gets better, we'll come after you.
Rebecca, you okay with a gun?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna continue my investigation.
Be careful. Okay?
Yeah, it's really dumb how, in Chris's story, it forces you back to this side, but it's actually convenient, because now I have that old key. I could do this, which is grab the broken shotgun, which is how you get the shotgun, and the first flash grenade, on hard anyway. I'm also in caution. I forget why I'm in caution. Oh yeah, and I grabbed the ink ribbon and go deposit it, because on hard, there's less ink ribbon in the game, and I wasn't sure how I was going to split these videos. Oh yeah, here, I did something really stupid. I tried to put on manual defense, and I pressed B instead of A, so it didn't confirm, and then I come back out here, and I get grabbed, and it automatically wasted the flash grenade. I was trying to save that for the death mask boss. Also, get ready. That scared the crap out of me when I was playing. I did not expect him to be there. I was just like panicking trying to open the door.
This room is equipped with all sorts of medical supplies. I could pretty much treat any wound. Want me to treat your wounds?
Yeah, would you? Thanks.
Somebody sure knows how to get a deal. Most of the medical supplies here are from Umbrella.
Umbrella?
Don't you know? They're only the biggest taxpayers around here. They make most of these medicines right here, homegrown in Raccoon City. But there's not much left, so take care of yourself.
Yeah, there's something about Forrest's complexion compared to all the other zombies, and the fact that he's running, and if you even dare do anything to attack him, the whole place explodes and you get a game over and you have to start from the beginning, assuming you didn't save yet. So it's always terrifying to see him. Ah, a nice little cut. Yeah, I ran through the zombie room, opened that door just to waste the armor key, so that when I open the final door on the other side of the mansion, I could just discard it. And then, I didn't do this in Jill's side either because there's no reason, but there's an old key down here for Chris. And on other difficulties, there's also a dagger you can grab on the table, but on hard, this is all that there is. I don't even know that there's anything in here if you play as Jill. Also, you get this little cutscene. But he's very easy to dodge. Also, the one on the ground wakes up and starts crawling. Nice little cut there. Just get to the point, no nonsense. But yeah, depositing these masks one at a time, you kind of are required to do that as Chris on Real Survival because the item boxes aren't linked. And yeah, you gotta make a lot of trips up and down these stairs, which is kind of a pain in the neck. It's another reason why playing Real Survival is kind of not fun. Oh yeah, there's shotgun shells here. Luckily, they still kept them there even on hard. So now we gotta go get the shotgun. Oh, okay, I stepped into Richard's room. I was also really scared, wondering if that was a zombie or Forrest. And I decided to have some fun with them. Sometimes you can explode their head even with a handgun. That's always fun when that happens. Because then, that's the equivalent of burning them. They're not even going to wake up as a running zombie later on. But yeah. I always get kind of a little brain dead while I'm playing. But all of that, obviously, in this case, is cut out. To the point. Nice, horrible grab right there. Yeah, this room. I forgot. I should have known for how many times I've played this, but that was also stupid, too. Excessive pausing. But the test tube thing, I never finished that. Like, if you could sleep every day in a test tube and be connected to something that's healing your DNA and making you kind of the best possible thing and ridding you of sickness, wouldn't you do it? I would. I would so gladly love to have, like, one of those, Oh, yeah, but this is the thing. Watch this. This is so stupid. I knew that the fat zombie was in there, right? And I was like, I wonder if I could shoot him from here. And I realized, I guess it's not working. Maybe he doesn't spawn until you change the camera. And then I was like, holy crap, it's Forrest. And then I was like, luckily it didn't let me shoot him. But yeah, luckily he whiffed. And I was also kicking myself for picking up the shotgun shells. Because now my inventory is all full and it's stupid. Yeah, this is why. If I didn't pick up the shotgun shells, I could grab this mask. And I accidentally opened the door because I was mashing A like crazy. So I had to cut that one out. So, what are we about to do? Oh, we're gonna do the Windcrest puzzle, that's right. Open the door, but we don't have the inventory space. So I gotta put all that stuff away, get the Windcrest, and then come back and get the shotgun. That's what we're about to do. Oh yes, and the item room is filled with stuff from Wesker, this time not Barry, obviously, because he doesn't exist in Chris's mode. Not much on hard, though, just a handgun magazine and a first aid spray. Well, yeah, I think, like the Trevor family, Lisa Trevor and George Trevor and all them, they were kidnapped by Umbrella and, like, forced under these medical experiments that killed and deformed them and stuff. Like, that part is a little bit unethical, right? But if you could sign a waiver and be given to the best hands in science to, I don't know, just fix your body while you sleep at night, injecting you with stuff to kind of perfect your DNA and rid yourself of all of the bad stuff. Like, who wouldn't do that? It's like that scene from Captain America where the little dweeby guy goes in the machine and it's super painful, but then he comes out as the super muscular actor or whoever plays Captain America, I forget. Because that's the thing, we always want a quick and easy fix, right, for every problem. So rather than go to the gym and eat 1,000,000 pounds of chicken and broccoli and put in all the effort, what if you could just sleep in a test tube and endure pain for like 20 minutes? It's no different than getting a tattoo, really, right? After like 2 or 3 hours in a tattoo chair, it starts to hurt a little bit, but you suck it up and just deal with it. And imagine at the end of that pain, coming out a much better version of you than you could ever even imagine. Like, I can relate to villains in superhero movies and stuff that... Like the Lizard in Spider-Man. How he does 1,000,000 experiments on himself to try and cure... What was his ailment as a human? He was trying to grow back his hand or something, right? There's another cut, because I went to the item box. There's also a zombie knocking, apparently. The doorknob's about to fall apart. Yeah, I think on hard you have like 2 times you can go through here. But now to the Jill sandwich room, which that cutscene doesn't exist because Barry's not here. Also, coming back in this hallway is really dangerous. Like, it just gets flooded with zombies. This is like one of the most dangerous areas of the mansion. But if you come at it the way I just did, it's no problem. So there's the shotgun. The shotgun is pretty good. The assault shotgun from Richard fires faster and has a greater range and can hold 10 instead of 6 bullets. So it's, in a way, it's better, but the normal shotgun is more powerful up close. And that's always a terrifying thing. There's Forrest again. It's more terrifying when you're coming back through this room the other way. But obviously we're about to pick up another death mask, and I think I go and deposit it, because why not? Since Chris's inventory space is always such a huge hassle. I remember while I was playing this too, I kept getting like visions of Mega Man X4 in my head for some reason. Like this is a weird urge to play Mega Man X4. So I guess that could be coming up in the future, but I don't know. I've got a lot to say on that too, but I might save it for the end when we beat it, so like 2 videos from now. Which one? Oh yeah, it's the one with the no mouth. It's interesting how I ended up doing like real survival things, depositing these masks, when you don't really have to. If you do everything perfectly as Chris, you can hold all 4 death masks and be fine. You don't have to do all that pit stop stuff. But on real survival, it's different because of the item box thing. Which, speaking of the item boxes, that was the way that this game was supposed to be designed originally on the PlayStation. Like, real survival mode was how the game was, and then testers complained, and then they linked the item boxes and stuff.
It's me, Chris.
Rebecca.
That sounded like Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
I can't hear Moonlight Sonata without thinking of this game. It does really have a spooky vibe to it. Although I guess these ending notes are kinda not so scary.
My interpretation is off a little. Let me practice for a while.
Sure. But don't get too carried away.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah, this is the dumb thing with Chris. You have to let her practice, and the only way that you could come back in here and solve the puzzle is to go back into the main dining hall and turn around. You have to leave this side of the mansion, so... It actually isn't that much of a big deal if you do it this way, so you just simply turn around and go back.
Chris! Chris! I think I got it!
You know a creepy piano song? Saberwolf's theme from Killer Instinct, the original arcade game and the Super Nintendo version. I like that song, though.
Practice makes perfect.
What's this?
Rebecca's so stupid sometimes. Just the dialogue in this game, I can't help but shake my head. They really didn't improve it enough. I wonder if they would ever remake this game from the ground up and make, like, get rid of the doors so that you can just traverse it fluidly, like open the door and then there you go. Almost like the whole mansion is loaded all at once and you could just move through it freely. I think that would be pretty cool. But I remember I was doing some... Oh, that's the thing I wanted to talk about too. Because I saved Richard, I cannot do the V-Jolt side quest as the alternate way to kill Plant 42. I did not know that while I was playing this, and you can see... Actually, it's going to be next video. You can see where I stumbled, and I'll talk about it, obviously. But yeah, it's very weird in this. It wasn't like this in the original game, but in this remake, and even in HD remaster... If you get the serum to Richard in time, you cannot do the V-Jolt side quest in the residence. But if you fail, then that's what gets traded off. Nice little combination of herbs. We gotta grab the last 2 death masks, and then go, and then there you go. The scariest part of playing on hard is done. It's really Forrest. That one dangerous zombie, man. He changes everything. This snake is such a joke anymore. I don't know. I used to always come in here with the shotgun and just go to town on him. But you don't even need to. Whoa, that's a terrible angle. I think I get bitten here. Something happens. What happens here? Oh, I fumble with the controls. Yeah, I was worried about getting bitten, and I was like, okay, let's do this right now. Turn the auto defenses to manual. And I also turned rumble off because sometimes it's annoying. Press A instead of B, and then I was like, okay, we're good. And then I didn't get grabbed after all. But that's good setup, though. Like, you definitely want that setting if you're playing real survival. Because you have to be very careful with how you waste your daggers and flash grenades, or battery packs if you're playing as Jill. Because I think you really only get 1 flash grenade this entire death mask portion of the mansion. And as Chris in real survival with no auto aim, you want to save that flash grenade for the dude in the coffin after you put all the death masks. And that's what happened to me when I did try to play real survival. I died there because I just could not aim at that guy. It was pretty stupid, though, because I had a healing item on me at the time, and I was like, well, maybe I could sustain 1 more bite, and then 1 more bite happened, and I could not sustain it. That's always a pain when you play for half an hour to 40 minutes, and then you get a game over, and you didn't have an ink ribbon to back up. Nice little cut there, by the way, too. Just right to it. Cut out all the traveling nonsense that nobody cares about anymore. But even that's not enough. The video's still horrible. At least I would say so. It's tough, man. It's tough to make something that you're not actually actively playing yourself interesting. But this is the dude if I had a flash grenade. But I just go shotgun. And get smacked right away because I'm that terrible, apparently. 2 bullets left. That was satisfying. Shooting a guy that's already down, 1 bullet to spare. Never gets used, though, for the rest of the playthrough, because soon we will get Richard's shotgun. That's the thing, it's different. Remember, Richard dies in the snake if you're playing as Jill, but he doesn't die till later on as Chris. And I remember I wanted this to be shotgun shells, because on normal and easy it is, but on hard it's a handgun magazine. Maybe it is on normal, too. Get ready. Dude is terrifying, man. So why am I going in here now? Because it's time to go to the residence, that's right. So we were putting the shotgun away and getting the wind crest. And do I keep the herb? What would I do if it was me right now? I would put it away, honestly. But he kept it. Why did he keep it? Oh yeah, and he grabs the handgun magazine for some reason and puts it in. Even though I never picked up the normal handgun. It was just too tempting. You saw it there flickering on the ground and I was like, I want it. But yeah, it's time for the residence. Actually, that's going to be next time. It's pretty much split the same way I did Jill's campaign, except instead of being 4 parts long, it's 3 parts long. Because the mines in the lab are pretty quick. Oh, Forrest, that's terrible. That guy, every time. Just the way that he runs at you and you know that you can't do anything to him or else you're dead. Plus, I think he does more damage. Like, I'm in red caution. I don't know, maybe he's the same. It's just his coloration and the fact that he just jumps at in all these little ghost corners. Like, I remember I used to always just wait to unlock him. Like, if I played it as Chris, I would play it as Chris again. And try to unlock all the other stuff first, just to avoid having to see him. Because he really is, like, the scariest part about this game. I stand by that. To this day, he is the one that never fails to give me a little bit of a jump scare, because even if I expect him to be there, because he is, like I said, he's always in that corner between the mansion and the this part. He usually busts out of the dog whistle door instead of the other zombie, and he's usually where that fat zombie is by the separate musical page. So he's in usually the same spots. Oh, and the top of the dining room, too. He's usually there. I think there's some other spots that he tends to be, too. But it's still terrifying. Because he catches you off guard every time. At least it does for me. I don't know. But yeah, I'm skipping all of the cutscenes that we've seen already, but leaving in the Chris-relevant ones that we haven't seen, like Rebecca. And this, I edit beautifully. Round of applause for my past self. Sort of. Also, I was walking so as not to disturb the crows. I mean, really, we know what happens here, so I could just cut it and get to the Magnum and edit it even better. But instead, I waited just in case somebody was watching this part individually and skipped all of the Jill stuff that came before this. So grab all the 3, line up at the thing, and then edit it so that it looks like I placed the last one. I thought that was clever and time efficient, but I don't know. That's the thing, like I said, in a post-commentary situation, playing the game is fun, obviously. Editing it is fun. I love editing and cutting and putting in transitions and setting up the thumbnail. I love doing that stuff. But the commentary sucks. I hate doing commentary. But you can't do gaming videos without commentary and run ads on it. And unfortunately, that's a thing I apparently need to do these days. Plus, I also understand, it's a weird thing. No commentary gameplay videos versus ones with commentary. There's good and bad for both. And, as I said during Jill's last video, some games are better suited for commentary than others. And makes it a lot easier. But yeah, the Magnum is... Always store that for the lab. Never use it until the research lab section. Or even the tyrant fight at the end. I also had the idea of doing an action replay playthrough, even though I already have a video. Like, I was gonna play with Barry's Magnum, or just the regular Magnum. Because Barry's Magnum is like a guaranteed headshot on everybody. And it's a one-hit kill on most enemies. The thing is a beast. So it's a little bit too much cheating, and that's the thing, this game is not set up to be played that way. It's not Resident Evil 4 and beyond. It is the original Resident Evil, which is all about inventory, doors and trying to survive screen by screen. This was also super easy to dodge. You just keep running. Immediately hold B and forward and just run. And you should be good as long as you don't get hung up on her. I don't remember how I took a hit as Jill last time, but it's really not bad. Oh, this is really cool too. I took a chance with the handgun. I always love when this happens. Get ready and enjoy it. That's just satisfying. Although I think that zombie is programmed to do that almost all the time. More often than not, I get the explosive head on him, if I remember. Also, gotta love the shotgun shells, because pretty soon I am going to be putting away the infinite handgun, and we're going to start playing this game on hard, normally. Skip the Brad cutscene, and hope for the best with these dogs. I don't even remember, honestly, what happens. I might take a hit. Yeah. But what I found is if you shake them off fast enough, you really don't lose any health. And if you do, it's very minimal. Also, I was confused, where's the third dog? Because I think there's supposed to be 3 dogs here. Oh. But we are approaching the end of this video. It's just the square crank, or the circle crank business. I like the residents, though. It's a shame, though, I'll tell you right now, during the whole next video, I was aiming to show something that I didn't show as Jill. I wanted to do the V-Jolt side quest, and I was not aware of that Richard thing, where if you save Richard, you can't do the V-Jolt thing as Chris. But at this point in the gameplay, running to the residence right now, I did not know that, and so that was what I aimed to do. But yeah, it's a thing I can't show. But I talk about it, and I do show the medicine room and stuff, and the pool room a little bit better. I like that room, too. For reasons we'll see next time. Also this, I tried to explode the crow, but it didn't work. And I was a little bit let down. No red herb there, either. This game really is a little tough on hard, which is to be expected, but I kind of do want to do real survival. It's just those door transitions, man. I can't stand them. You need a break from staring at doors. There's probably like 3 hours worth of doors in this game. Also, I wasn't sure if I wanted to grab the red book real quick, but then I was like, nah, I better save that for next episode. And that's what we're about to do. Just save and quit. Grab the flash grenade in here. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully the post-commentary stream of consciousness is a little bit better than the previous thing of stop, pause with every door. But I don't know. I really only talked about one specific thing, and that was if you could sleep every night in a test tube in the name of perfecting your body, would you do it? And I say yes.